Hello, good evening, and welcome to Intuitive Play. So as you're coming in and joining, please go ahead and say hello and where you're joining from. And then tonight is going to be about crystals. And so as I'm revealing the crystals, and of course, you might already know which ones they are, but as I'm revealing them and their meanings, then please go ahead and let me know and let everyone know how they apply to you. So I'm excited to get started with you tonight. And you may already know me. My name is Silke, and I am an energy healer, hypnotherapist. And at this point, my main goal is really to help encourage women and help them to step into their full potential of whatever it is in their life. Because, as women, as I know as well, too, so many times we take care of everything and everyone around us. And so for me, my goal is always to provide nourishment to women where you can allow yourself, to step into the person that you're meant to be and to give yourself your own self-nourishment. So if you're on a path of spiritual growth and healing, then I might be able to help you. Okay, so again, as you're joining, and even if you're watching the replays, just still go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know that you're here. And hi, good evening, Debbie. Welcome. Okay, so we are going to get started with our intuitive play. And let me see what is going on here on my end here. There we go. Okay, so I've got to bring up my cue everything up here. All right. So if you have picked crystal number 1, then please go ahead and let me know. And again, with the crystals, it's a little bit easier as far as picking than it is with the cards, because obviously when you're picking a card, then you don't really have as much to go by. But then again, it's also a really fun way also for you just to kind of intuitively tune in. And of course, that's why we're doing it, is for you to really hone in on your intuition and kind of get an idea of, what your guidance is showing up for you and how everything is connecting. And hi, Rolyn. So one thing that I want to say, which was really so exciting, is that Rolyn and Tammy, and then also, of course, Britt and Belinda got to take my Reiki 1 class with me. And so Britt and Belinda, I've only known them so far through the internet, and they actually came all the way here to Clarksville to take my Reiki 1 class, which was amazing. And these beautiful women connected along with the 2 guys that we also had in the class, which was so fun and so exciting. And what a beautiful class, and just amazing. And how everyone, connected together, and how it all aligned. It just always amazes me, because I truly see myself more as the person that just holds space and then, see how everything kind of falls together. And I always trust and know that whoever is meant to be there is going to be there, and however the group needs to come together, that's how it works together. And then also, we also had a beauty flourishing meetup at my cafe, which was just so fun and so exciting. So welcome, hi. And Rolyn said that she picked number 1, so very cool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with crystal number 1. And crystal number 1 is Angelite. And so I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. So, hi, Brad. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So crystal number 1 is Angelite, of course. And so Angelite, just by looking at it, I like to teach a little bit as far as just looking at the structure. So this way you have kind of a general idea, of what you're looking at, and, when you're looking at something, how you can kind of gauge it for yourself. So you don't necessarily need a book or anything, because you can, again, just follow your own guidance. And that's how I love to teach and share with you. So Angelite, if you're looking at it and you kind of have an idea of the general idea of the rainbow and the chakras, then of course, it kind of tells you that it has to do more from the throat chakra up, more, looking at the sky and the blue of the sky. So it's very much more connected, to the higher chakras. So the throat, the third eye, the crown chakras. It of course has the elements of the wind, more the air element, more the lighter elements. And so with that, it also connects us, of course, to the angelic realm as well. It's something that helps us just tune into ourselves, open up our third eye, open up our guidance, and really just kind of connect us in with our telepathic communications and with the possibilities that kind of lay within us. And then, of course, also, if you're thinking thinking about it in those terms as well, it helps us to tune in to be more compassionate, speak our truth more, of course, because again, it's coming from that throat chakra and those chakras up. But of course, speaking our truth more from a guided perspective. So if you have chosen Angelite, then most likely, hi Margie, welcome. So if you have chosen Angelite, then most likely you're definitely on this path of, tuning into your higher chakras and really wanting to open up and expand those chakras and come from a place of compassion, guided intuition, peace, kind of bringing all of those things together and really expanding your awareness, opening up, to the possibilities that you have within more of that higher realm, the more angelic realm, and really tuning into that. So if this applies to you, then please go ahead and let me know. And I'm going to actually read the affirmation that I wrote for you. I got to look on my phone here to tell you. So Angelite is, this is the affirmation that I wrote down, just based on my intuitive feeling of what is needed for the night, based on what crystals you picked. So Angelite is, I am in harmony and at peace with allowing gentle self-expression of my thoughts, and I am open to receiving higher guidance. Very cool. So if you've picked Angelite, even if you're watching the replay, then still go ahead and post it in the comments. Again, I always go back and still check to see what you've commented. Okay, which brings me now to crystal number 2. So if you have picked crystal number 2, then please go ahead and let everyone know. And of course, you already may know crystal number 2. Let me see if anyone had said that they've picked number 2. Nope, not yet so far. So crystal number 2 is black tourmaline. And this one also has a formation of mica in it as well. And Margie is saying that she picked it. So cool. So black tourmaline, of course, naturally, has very protective energies. Also really great, by the way, for electromagnetic smog as well. So it's really good to have in your environment next to your cell phone, next to your computers as well. Oh, Margie picked number 1. Okay. All right. So, it will clear clear energies around you, clear energies in your home, protect you as well. So you can set up some really powerful grids in your home with black tourmaline by gridding your home. And Britt said she picked number 2. Okay, let's see how this applies to you tonight, Britt. I'm really curious to see if you've picked this one here. So it really has very strong transmutative energies, also can get rid of your toxins in your body as well. So if you're, for example, on a cleansing path right now, to clear some of your energies, it could be internal and external, both at the same time, then black tourmaline is a really great one for that, because it will help release extra waste that you no longer want to carry with you. It also gets rid of heavy metals in your body as well. And again, in general, really great for electromagnetic smog. And then also it helps you strengthen your aura and strengthen your energy field. And of course, it helps you strengthen the whole space around you as well. Again, especially if you're gridding your home, and also strengthens your immune system as well. It is also said to treat arthritis, for example, as well. And also said to realign the spinal column, by the way. And so Britt is saying it's shown very bright. Let me bring this up here for a second. It's shown very bright to me. Wow. I feel like I'm on a cleansing path. So yes, you're definitely on a 21-day cleanse after the Reiki class for sure. And so, yeah, and by the way, if you want to let us know for a minute, maybe how you're doing now that you're back home again. And again, I told everyone that you and Belinda drove all the way from Florida to take the Reiki 1 class, which was just so beautiful. I just love how, we've only connected through the internet so far, and then we actually got to be together in person and share space together. And it was just as exciting for me as well. So I just absolutely loved having you and Belinda here and connecting with everyone. And, again, with Rolyn and with Tammy and the 2 guys. And it was just such a beautiful and amazing weekend for me. And also for everyone in Beauty Flourishing that's local as well, to get together and get to know each other. I think for me, one of the biggest things that I truly absolutely love to do is community building. And so to expand that community community and build community in that way. It was just absolutely incredible. So thank you, Britt, for organizing the meetup and for being a true community builder on your own as well, because you really are. So I really appreciate that about you. And, always also the kind words that you say to everyone and always staying connected. And so thank you. I appreciate it. So with this, we're going to go ahead and get to crystal number 3. Oops, I need to actually read you the affirmation for crystal number 2. So affirmation for crystal number 2 is, so again, this is for black tourmaline. I release and transmute all thought patterns that no longer serve me into positive ones, and let go of lower vibrations while being grounded in a field of protection. Okay. So again, this is for crystal number 2 for black tourmaline. And now for crystal number 3, which is beautiful rhodonite. These ones here are really gorgeous because they kind of are transparent. And so they're very, very pretty. And so if you think of it in terms of, they tend to have most of the time kind of like a little bit of a purplish, pinkish color. And so, of course, they would connect more with the heart chakra, but they also have a strong fire element in them as well. And are really great for grounding even as well. But then, of course, looking at this one here, where this one here is more transparent, then you can already kind of imagine when you're just looking at it that this one definitely holds more the higher chakras as well. So very purifying heart energies. So this one here specifically, these ones would be more, again, heart purifying, heart cleansing, opening the space of your heart, discovering and developing more energies toward a loving environment, and then also more toward hidden gifts that you might also have, bringing out generosity in you, and also balancing the yin and yang energies in your body as well. So if you're thinking in terms of yin and yang, then you can also imagine that just as far as the emotional layers that you maybe are shedding, or just opening up more space in your emotional field, then this is a really great stone for you as well. So again, this is rhodonite, and such a beautiful heart opening stone as well. So let's see if there's any comments or anything that I need to see. Nope. Okay. So let's see. It is also, by the way, rhodonite is also supposed to be really great for applying to wounds, and of course you could also use it as an elixir. And this is also said, like, if you're using it as an elixir, so the way you would do an elixir is basically just put it in some water and then leave it outside in the water in the sun for a couple hours. I mean, even just an hour is really great. And after that, you would basically have the essence of the crystal in your water, and then you can drink this. And so it's said that the elixir of a rhodonite acts kind of like a rescue remedy as well. And so for that reason, you could also apply this to wounds and to anything. Maybe even if you need to wash out a wound, it would be really great, to use that elixir water for it. But it is definitely said, to help with wounds and with scars as well, and physical wounds. And then, of course, the emotional wounds, because again, it is a really beautiful stone for the heart. And so it can also be very heart healing as well. And I just see that Debbie had picked number 2. Britt had picked number 2 as well. Exciting. Okay. So, and also let me know if you have any questions at all related to them that I can help you with as well. And so what I have chosen to write down for rhodonite for you tonight is my ability to move through situations with gentleness and compassion keeps expanding as I open my heart in a loving way. Okay. And to bring it all together, so tonight we have really a kind of an interesting combination, starting out with the Angelite, which opens up more the higher realms and gives us access to the angelic qualities, and also more the higher communication, of course, and then more the protective energies, and also blocking energies, really great again for electromagnetic smog or anything else that you feel like you want to cleanse, clear out of your field, very powerful stone for that, as as well. So black tourmaline, really purifying, cleansing, protecting. And then, of course, going more into the frequency of the heart, which, again, we have in the beautiful Rhodonite tonight. So very much heart opening, and then also even cleansing and clearing some energies maybe that don't serve you in your heart chakra as well, just to kind of give yourself more room and more space for that as well. And then again, also it can be used, definitely, it's very detoxifying as well. So you can also use it as a rescue remedy as well for in water, and that's really beautiful. I like making elixirs just because they can be so effective. And of course, I have tons of crystals in my water, way too many. Brit saw my water filter and she said, "What's in there?" And I was telling her I have way too many crystals in mine. There should be much more of a structure, but I just kept on putting them in there as I really liked the crystals, and it works together. So for me, it works fine. But if you were to do it more strategically, then it really helps to focus more on more of a sequence and more thinking through it in a more logical way, for sure. Okay, so what I also wanted to share with you is that right now we're in a waxing phase of the moon. So pretty soon, on October 24th, we're going to have the full moon again. So this is a really great time for you to start focusing on things that you want to bring in, and energize your thoughts, energize your emotions, start journaling. And of course, in Beauty Flourishing right now, we are working on starting a journal together, which I am really excited about, and I will share with all of you later, with everyone who is in Beauty Flourishing. So I'm excited about that. And then the drawing that you are submitting for will be October 31st on Halloween. So I will not have a Facebook Live next week because I will be out of town on that day. But we are going to do the drawing on October 31st. So with the drawing, you will be eligible to win a 30-minute session with me. And so it would either be a numerology reading, or it could also be a card reading as well for your life path. So either one, depending on if you've had a session with me before or not. But basically throughout the month, as you are sharing anything from me and you just mentioned that you shared, or if I see that you shared, because not all the shares necessarily show up on my end. So that's why it's a really good idea for you to just put in that you did share. So just in case we're missing it, but we basically gather all your submissions together, and you're going to be entered into the drawing. And at the end of it, so at the end of the month, the last Facebook Live, I will be doing the live drawing for this. So you have a chance to win a 30-minute session with me. And I wanted to mention that I have finally, because I've been trying to really commit to really writing a blog more regularly and getting everything out more on a regular basis, because there's so much that I want to share with you. And so I am finally committing to a weekly blog and also a weekly newsletter as well. So if you're not in my newsletter, I promise you're going to miss out, because I really plan every Monday. I plan on getting out a newsletter. Of course, I already get one out to our Beauty Flourishing members, but at the same time, I also want to get a newsletter out to everyone who is on my email list, and it's going to be really valuable. So I don't plan on wasting your time, because I'm really putting out a lot of value in it. And then also along with that, every Monday, I will put out a blog as well. And so the blog post will always be, again, full of value for you, depending on what's going on during the time. And so the first one that I created is actually on cleansing and clearing crystals and charging crystals, because this is something that comes up a lot. And so if you go on my website right now, on my Silk is Art website, and you look under blog, you'll see all the old blogs that I had there, which again, I was very inconsistent on. And so my goal is to be more consistent here from here on out. And then, of course, also the recent blog, if you want to go ahead and read about that as well. So very excited. I am so excited about all the different possibilities, and plan on doing huge things for the end of the year still, which I'll surprise you with. And then also for the coming year, even bigger things. So if you're here, I promise you're in a good place, because you're going to have some fun. And so with this, if there's anything else, I'm going to give you a minute and see if anyone else wants to chime in on anything, and give you a minute. Let me see if there are any comments. I don't see anything at the moment, so I'm going to give you just a second to see if anyone has any questions for me. This was actually kind of a fast Facebook Live tonight. So again, enjoy your time and, really work on your affirmations, on anything that you want to bring in. And then especially with this reading, see how it applies to you and how it applies in your life. Again, for me, it is such an honor to serve and to be of guidance and to contribute in a positive way to this world. So if you are here, like I said, I guarantee you I will not be wasting your time, because to me, it's important to nourish, to nurture, and to be here in a positive space. So this is what you can always expect from me. And thank you for joining me. And again, if you're watching the replay, please go ahead and still chime in. Love to hear from you. And I wish you all a beautiful evening and good night. And I will see some of you in Beauty Flourishing here at 7. All right. Namaste. Good night. And thank you for joining. Bye.